How would you feel about a high school class called therapy, where kids are taught how to set boundaries and deal with their emotions in a healthy manner? I had a class in HS called Life Skills that was all about emotional health. It was a good thing. Sadly, one of our classmates, he and his girlfriend were both in the LS class, passed away mid-year. He fell out of a boat and couldn't swim. Having that group really helped us work though coming to grips with it. RIP Tiger. I can admit that life skills, emotional intelligence, emotional health would be better class names, but the support would be similar. RIP Tiger. Sounds like a swimming class would have been a better use of time. Jesus dude skull. Realistically, if anyone knows you're in that class, you're going to get bullied. When I worked in group therapy sessions, most of the students were the bullies. I mean, between people who are taught that they're allowed to speak out and act out their feelings without repercussions, and people who are used to being physically assaulted for just being around, let alone speaking. Which ones are more likely to go into therapy? Especially nowadays when the many problems of group therapy are so easy to Google. And this is why high school sucks. No realistic mental health support. I don't think it's a bad idea, but a lot of people wouldn't take it seriously, and the only ones that would take it seriously brings us to B. It's generally not something most people, especially the ones that needed it, want to do as a group, especially with classmates. I think for the class to be effective, it would definitely require competent, experienced teacher who listens. This is due to half of the class would treat it like a joke, just as they do sex ed. You'd be surprised how much you can influence a student simply by giving them a comfortable place to sit. The school I worked at had a bunch of small sofas and other second-hand bits of living room furniture for students to use during group therapy. They were able to put their feet up and act like normal people instead of institutional members. I would love if my classes had actual seats. I feel like a homeless person for an hour and 40 minutes at school. Don't understand that shit at all. This is a really good point. High school aged me would have resented the fuck out of being forced to do that. Crosses a personal boundary, you might say. There is no panacea for human emotion. We're all different. I wouldn't have taken it seriously. We all laughed at the home EC, baking and stuff class. Also, after going through college, some basic knowledge like that would have been good. Fuck. At work, our janitors go around with like 3 spray bottles and can clean like anything. I feel silly asking, but what are those things? There are for sure some basic home stuff I should have learned while younger. You mean health class? That's what I thought. I assumed that this was just another part of health gym. Learn about dental dams one day, and learn about emotional dams the next. I would think it is super stupid. I mean, it would be helpful, but nobody cares about that. We are teenagers. 100% agree. At most 5 kids out of a class of 30 would take it seriously, and would just get bullied for it. I'm saying this because I can't see myself showing up to this class more than a few times a week, cause it would be a waste of time. I was also a very academically inclined student that never skipped classes. I think it would need to be emotional health rather than therapy. And I think it would be a great idea if incorporated as a required class or a part of existing health class curriculum. I mean, we do cover that during 7th, 10th grade health classes where I live. It's just stupid and cheesy. Emotional health is a much better name.
Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.